Pablo Escobar built an empire with cocaine, bought politicians like Pokemon cards, and died with more power than most presidents. Saddam Hussein had golden AK-47s, underground bunkers, palaces with marble floors polished by servants he didn't even know the names of. And Elon Musk? Depending on who you ask, he's either the savior of mankind or the final boss of capitalism cosplaying as Iron Man, with a PR team powered by blood, caffeine, and NDAs. And you're sitting here doom scrolling at 2:17 a.m., holding your phone with one hand and your sanity with the other, wondering why life feels like a treadmill set to incline when you didn't even press start. You've got one tab open for Indeed, one for a YouTube video titled How to Be Happy, and one for an old text from someone who ghosted you in 2019. Let me say something that might break your brain a little. What if the game isn't just unfair? What if it's engineered to keep you stuck? Not metaphorically. Not in some cute motivational quote that says the system's broken, just rise above. I mean, it's rigged. Top to bottom, left to right, built on the backs of people like you, overthinkers, deep feelers, empathic perfectionists with moral spines, and powered by people like them. Audacious, shameless, unqualified confidence machines who wake up every morning and gaslight the universe into handing them trophies. You ever notice how the worst people are always fine? They could crash 5 startups, ruin lives, plagiarize quotes from Tumblr, and still end up on a podcast talking about resilience. Meanwhile, you send one typo in an email and spiral for 3 hours about whether you're competent enough to exist. It's not a coincidence. It's not random. It's design. The world doesn't reward good. It rewards bold. It rewards people who walk into rooms like they own oxygen. It rewards belief, not skill, not kindness, not quiet suffering. Belief. The people winning, they don't pause for panic attacks before hitting send. They don't lose sleep over being too much. They just are. Loud, unbothered, self-declared experts on subjects they skimmed once on Reddit, and somehow they win. You're out here treating life like a group project, trying not to step on toes, while Derek from high school is out here starting his 4th NFT company with 0 coding knowledge and 100% confidence that he's the next Steve Jobs. You ever wonder why they win? It's not because they're better, it's because they believe they belong. That's it. That's the cheat code. Audacity wrapped in delusion, served with a side of fake it till you make it sauce. Meanwhile, you've got receipts. You've got actual skill, you've read the books, done the therapy, cried on the bathroom floor and got back up. But you're still waiting, still hoping someone gives you permission to be great. But here's the plot twist no one tells you. The people at the top, they never asked. They just decided. You've been playing small because you were taught to, raised to shrink, rewarded for disappearing, told that if you were good and humble and patient and helpful, someone would see you. But they didn't. And they won't. Because the world doesn't slow down for the polite. It doesn't hold space for the quiet. It doesn't promote the selfless. It promotes the visible. You've been trained to apologize for your existence while billionaires are out here cosplaying as relatable because they tweet once a month about eating Cheetos. And it hurts. Deep down it hurts. Because you're watching people less qualified, less kind, less everything live the life you've been working for. And you're wondering if maybe, just maybe, there's something wrong with you. But no, there isn't. You're just playing a game that punishes self-awareness, that punishes empathy, that punishes people who ask, am I doing the right thing? The worst people win because they never stop to ask. They just do. Let me tell you about Emily, not a real name, but real story. Emily was the type who never asked for help. Worked twice as hard, kept her head down, did everything right. Smart, capable, kind. And she got passed over for a promotion by a guy who once called Excel and still got the corner office. Why? Because he asked. Loudly, repeatedly, shamelessly. He walked into rooms like he owned time, like the air itself was lucky to have him breathing it, like the position was already his, and the meeting was just a formality. Emily waited. She waited for someone to notice, for someone to say, she's next. for recognition to rise naturally, like steam from all her late nights and early mornings and skipped lunches and held back tears. But no one ever did, because in the real world, effort doesn't scream, it whispers, and noise gets noticed before nuance. Now she sits at her desk, burnt out and bitter, tired in that way sleep doesn't fix, wondering how it all went sideways when she did everything right. And here's the answer that no HR seminar or leadership book will say out loud. The game isn't fair. It was never fair. It was built by people who reward confidence over competence, who promote boldness over balance, who see humility as weakness and shamelessness as leadership. But here's the truth that stings before it saves you. You don't win by being good. You win by being undeniable, by being the kind of presence that fills a room before you speak, by being the kind of voice that doesn't wait for silence. It creates it. By being the kind of soul that's done shrinking to fit systems that were never designed with you in mind. Being undeniable doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real, being relentless, being visible in a world that's made invisibility your default setting. It means speaking before you feel ready, saying yes before the fear talks you out of it, standing up even if your knees are shaking. It means showing up messy, awkward, sweaty palmed, unfiltered, but present, alive. It means taking up space before anyone gives you permission. Because no one ever will. Because every time you wait to be picked, a louder, worse person picks themselves. Every time you rehearse the perfect sentence, someone else blurts out nonsense and gets a standing ovation. Every time you shrink, someone unqualified expands. And the world follows volume, not virtue. This isn't about becoming one of them. God, no. This is about becoming the version of you who finally stops apologizing for breathing. The version of you that doesn't ask for validation like it's rations in a war. The version that knows you've already earned your place. You've paid your dues. Your silence has cost you more than failure ever could. You're just the only one still questioning it. You're over here treating your presence like it needs to pass through airport security. Strip-searched, watered down, edited for tone. Stop trying to be so damn humble that you disappear. Humility without visibility is erasure. You're not being modest. You're being muted. Stop treating your personality like it needs to pass HR. You're not a brand. You're a force. Stop editing your spirit like a press release. You don't need approval to exist in full volume. This is your life, not your draft, not your notes app, not your backup file. Your actual limited, running out as we speak life. And you're spending it trying to be palatable to people who wouldn't flinch stepping over your body if it got them a better LinkedIn title. Here's what I know because I've seen it, lived it, bled through it. If you don't claim your space, someone worse will. If you don't speak your truth, someone with a louder mic and half your soul will speak over you. If you don't act, someone unqualified will make decisions that shape the world you live in. Because in this system, audacity beats accuracy, charisma beats character, noise beats nuance. But what if you had both? What if you were the storm and the strategy, the depth and the volume, the soul and the fire? The world doesn't just need more noise. It needs more real ones who finally stop hiding. The world needs good people who are visible. Not perfect, not polished, visible. Your sensitivity? It's not a curse. It's your superpower. You just need to give it a damn microphone. Your overthinking? It means you care. But caring without boundaries is how you bleed out for people who wouldn't hand you a bandage. Your self-doubt? It's not truth, it's trauma. It's echoes from a life that taught you to shrink. And it's time to shut it down. You've spent too many years building yourself quietly. Growing alone, crying in parked cars, rehearsing bravery in your head while the world moved on without you. You've been healing in silence, becoming in secret. And it's noble, yeah, but also lonely. It's time to emerge. Not when you're finally flawless, not when the fear is gone, not when you get an invitation, now. Because the clock doesn't care about your anxiety. Life doesn't wait for your confidence to catch up. You are not an accident. You are not a placeholder. You are not almost. You are fire wrapped in fear, power dressed in politeness, potential buried under layers of maybe later. So what if you fail? Failure doesn't kill you, but hiding does. Hiding kills your spark, your creativity, your joy, your damn future. Speak like the world's been waiting to hear you because it has. Move like you've already arrived because you have. Stop auditioning for a role you've already earned. You've got one life, not a simulation, not a trailer, one. And if you keep waiting for the right time, you'll look up and realize you handed the keys to your destiny to people who didn't even deserve your silence. So here it is, your permission, your push, your divine middle of the night slap across the soul. You don't have to be the worst to win. You just have to stop pretending you're not already powerful. You just have to stop waiting. You just have to begin. Now pick up the mic and speak like you're the storm. Because it's not just time, it's your time, right? Fucking now.